It's no secret that meta ads are extremely awesome when it comes to growing your e-commerce business. However, they are quite expensive and a lot of people struggle to make them work at a profitable rate. In today's video, however, I'm going to be sharing with you a brilliant strategy that's going to help you make your marketing more efficient. It's going to help your store be way more profitable. And it's a very simple thing that is kind of a secret that a lot of people are not taking advantage of for some weird reason. So I'm going to give you a full tutorial today. It's a little bit different. And what we're going to do is basically set up OmniSend. Now, what OmniSend is an email marketing and SMS platform. And I'm actually going to install it on a test store here so that you can see exactly how to do this and so that you can do this today, especially if you're a business that's already driving traffic to Facebook. If you are driving traffic from Facebook and you're even somewhat profitable, then adding email marketing is going to make such a big difference. This is exactly what we do. It's part of our strategy at Academy Lab is to introduce email marketing and SMS marketing into our marketing flow so that we can increase the profitability of our business massively. And with Black Friday coming up, you're going to be able to fully take advantage of the season by sending out emails as well, not just having flows and automations that do work for you on autopilot and get you sales on autopilot. So we're going to do all that and more right now. So we're going to start with the Shopify App Store, obviously. You can also install this for your store if you're not on Shopify, but Shopify is the best. Why wouldn't you be using Shopify? And you don't have to install it from here. You can also just go to the site, but I'm going to install it directly from here. Now, of course, we got to sign up first, but there's no credit card required, and we can actually get started on a free plan if you're just getting started. Now, here's what's amazing about OmniSend, and one of the reasons why it's my favorite app to use for this is that it pulls a lot of the branding from your store already. So it's using the same font that my store is using, and it pulled up the logo already. So it's pretty much set and forget. Like I can just set it up just like this. However, I'm going to save the brand assets here and I'm going to get started with the setup. So as you see here, we can basically go from their checklist and get all these things done. This is really important. Again, if you're already running ads, this is a no-brainer to set up. So we'll set up some of these right now, but I'll also share some secret tips that you can use this holiday season to really, really capitalize on your email marketing list and grow your business significantly. So basically, we got to recover more abandoned carts. This is massive. I don't know why people don't look into this more, since the majority of the people that do add to cart are not going to convert. We definitely want to be able to maximize the conversion rate of those abandoned carts specifically. And then, of course, we want a new subscriber list. Sometimes people subscribe to your email list just to get updates on your products. Maybe they're interested in your product, but they don't necessarily want to buy right now. That's a really great thing. And also, you can remarket to these people. That's what's so powerful about an email list and why I'm really excited to finally be talking about this is because you own your email list, right? So you can market to that list over and over again without any additional cost. And that's not the same thing with paid advertising on Meta, for example. To reach the same customer, you have to pay every single time. Now, yeah, subscribers, that's another thing. And you can actually combine collecting subscribers with meta ads. So if you are running meta ads, it's not a bad idea to allocate a percentage of that budget into building your email list. That's a super strong strategy. We've used it at a lot of clients at Academy, and you can get subscribers for under $1 if you try. And if you are measuring through your other flows how much each subscriber is making you, then you can actually scale that up pretty dramatically, right? Let's say you're making $1.50 or $2 per email subscriber, then you know that if you're getting subscribers for under $1, that's a really great ROI. So let's actually go to get this started. Now, what we want to do is start collecting signups. So this is a really good thing if you want to increase your profitability and potentially conversion rates. Now, I'm not always the biggest fan of pop-ups. I think sometimes they can interrupt the buying process, but if you're building a brand, right, if your goal is to build a recurring brand where people shop over and over again, then you should definitely have a pop-up to incentivize people to convert, but also to sign up to your email list. So we want to launch this sign-up form, and we want to basically do 10% off your order. I think is just fine. Now, the reason why this is the default one is because this is the most powerful one that you can offer, right, is just 10% off of your first order. And this actually looks really, really good. And this right here, this line that they added as a default, is also one of the biggest reasons why this is a good idea, because you can introduce product drops. So we're going to just enable this form, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So welcome new email subscribers. So what we want to do is use, again, the OmniSend easy to follow email builder. And as you see, so we can turn on the email flow. What we want to do to include in your first welcome email is 10% off. We want to keep it very congruent with what we just did with the pop-up. So we'll continue the setup. Do we want to add SMS to your welcome flows channel? Yes, we want to add SMS for sure. Now, as you see, you do got to build up an SMS balance on OmniSend, but of course, you're likely to get an ROI on your SMS marketing. So this is actually one of the things that gives you the best ROIs when it comes to marketing spend, because $1 spent on SMS marketing can make upwards of $40, even $50. So that's a crazy ROI. So we definitely want to use SMS marketing. So now every subscriber is going to receive an email flow. And there we go. We have our email flow set up with OmniSend just like that. It literally took us under 10 minutes, which is pretty amazing. And it's all because it pulls all the branding already from your initial setup. So now we can go back to our dashboard here and continue with the setup. So now let's recover abandoned carts. Like I said, these are some of the things that we need to get done. What we want to do for an abandoned cart is going to be a little bit of a bigger incentive. So we want to actually do 15% here. Now this is for the third email, right? So the first two emails are going to be different, but the third email is like the last Hail Mary. So we want to make sure that we do a 15% off. It's a little bit of a bit better deal. And we do want to add SMS channel, as again, for the reasons that I already told you. So let's set this up. Fantastic work. Your abandoned cart and checkout flows are now active. So let's take a look. Now we have all of them active. 1, 2, 3, all the emails that we need in this sequence. And just like that, all of our emails for abandoned cart flows are active. Now, lastly, let's drive traffic to our store through an email campaign. So this is actually what you're going to be using if you're going to be sending campaigns, which I recommend you send out on a weekly basis, even more if it makes sense with your audience, but especially on Black Friday. So this video is particularly for Black Friday. I want you guys to be fully prepared for that right now. It's Q4 basically starting tomorrow, and we want to capitalize on Black Friday as much as possible. So we want to learn how to create solid email campaigns. Again, OmniSend makes it super easy. So what we want to do is, in this case, we want to choose our campaign type being email, but you can also do push notifications and SMS, like I mentioned. You can also do A/B tests, which I think is a really good idea if you're driving a lot of traffic already, not so much if you're just getting started with email marketing, but once you already know the ROI of your emails, this is a great tool to utilize in order to really squeeze the most ROI possible. So let's create an email. Now, subject lines are extremely important. And what I love about the age of AI that we live in, I'm telling you guys, e-commerce has never been more accessible than it is today. What we can do is generate a subject line here based on what we want. So let's say Black Friday event. We want to do a Black Friday event. We can generate some subject lines. So get ready for a Black Friday event, exclusive Black Friday deals just for you, limited time offers for Black Friday event. So I like this one. I like that it's lowercase too. It makes it seem like a real email that somebody would send. And what we want to do is sender, we can say something like a Chemi Lab, right? Let's say this is a Chemi Lab email. And what we want to do, if it is, let's say, if you're very personal with your business, if you're a small business, which is actually one of the main things that I love about OmniSend, is their affordability and their customer service team. They're extremely well suited for a small business, unlike some of the other competitors out there in the email marketing space, which are not so beginner friendly because of their costs. I mean, their costs are just kind of crazy. And OmniSend is extremely fairly priced for how robust they are when it comes to all the services that they provide. So that's a little small tip, but if you are a small business and you want to be very personal with your customers, you can receive replies to your email address so that you can actually build conversations with your email list. But I'm not going to do that right now. So for campaign name, we want to name this Black Friday Teaser 1. So this would be the first teaser that we do for a Black Friday campaign, right? Now, here's what's something really cool is that you can actually post these campaigns onto Facebook. So you can see that right here. You can post it onto Facebook. And another thing that I would recommend you do if you're more of an analytics and data nerd like myself is add some UTM tags here from Google Analytics, just so you know exactly where people are converting from. And now we will choose our email template. So again, OmniSend's app makes it very easy. They have some super modern templates, which I love to see. And it's, again, one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite email marketing software. So what we want to do in this case is do a really, really catchy one like this one. I like this one. It fits the store quite well. So we'll use this one. Now, what's really cool about their templates is that they're actually animated too. So these are really, really robust templates. They're probably some of the best templates out there when it comes to email marketing. And it all comes with just the main OmniSend plans. I mean, this is a free plan, keep in mind, which is crazy. Now, of course, I would start sending these out once we get closer to Black Friday, like a week out in advance, to really, really hype it up. Of course, make sure you apply all this to your business. Every business is a little bit different. So we're just going to choose this and move on so I can continue to show you the rest. I do have some email subscribers on this list. So what we can do here is review the campaign. Now, this is a really cool feature that OmniSend has, which is pretty unique, is a campaign booster. And what this allows you to do is basically resend the campaign to the people who missed it. So people who don't open the email, for example. Now, this is actually one of the simplest ways to increase your open rates because it's going to get more people to open their email, right? Now, they have the same thing for SMS, which is really awesome. And the last thing to mention in this regard is that you can schedule it for later. So you can actually plan these out ahead of time, right? Black Friday is in November, so we can even start planning these campaigns right now and scheduling them out for Black Friday, which is going to save you a ton of time. A lot of people scramble when it comes to Black Friday, and it just makes it way more stressful than it needs to be. And literally by just following these steps that I just did in 15 minutes, you're going to be able to increase your revenue by over 20% and your profitability by a huge margin just through setting this up. How crazy is that? A lot of people procrastinate setting this up, and I totally understand. It seems very daunting, especially as an e-commerce store owner where you're wearing a million different hats. I'm wearing a hat right now, and it's part of the reason why people love to reach out to me at a ChemiLab is because, of course, they trust me and they know we get amazing results, but also because they are just very intimidated by setting all these different marketing channels up for their business, so they rather us handle it. However, OmniSend is an incredible tool for you to use that even if you're a small founder, you can utilize today. This will take you no longer than 20 minutes to set up, as I just did. And if you are thinking of using OmniSend for this, which you should, you can even get 30% off for the next 3 months. It's their special Q4 offer that you can take advantage of. So make sure you utilize this sooner than later. And again, there are more robust tools as well that you can utilize. And it's probably things that you've seen on other popular sites, such as push notifications. A lot of people probably wonder, how do I do that? Why do some sites ask me if I want notifications from their store? And this is how they do it, through email marketing softwares. Usually it's actually through other third-party softwares, but with OmniSend, you can do it all in one. And I'm all about keeping things lean. That's been one of my biggest focuses this year, is how to make our team more lean and efficient. And tools like OmniSend fit that bill perfectly, right? I mean, it allows you to set up your whole email marketing stack in less than 20 minutes, but even things like push notifications and SMS notifications are easy to do with OmniSend. And again, at a much more affordable rate than if you did all these things separately or if you used some of the competitors. And lastly, some words of encouragement. Make sure you set this up once you have the inspiration. If you're feeling inspired to improve the systems of your business and increase the profitability of your business, take it upon your own hands. Start an account right now. As I showed you, it's extremely easy if you just do it. It's going to be way harder to just overthink this process and think about it endlessly. And if you just get started, you can actually have fun with it. And luckily, OmniSend makes it very, very easy. But that's really about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.